Well, I'm gonna stop anyway.
Bro,
I just think it's
8
fun.
a.m. is mad.
But what else is there to do? There was literally nothing to do.
You got it on me when I was in Manny, you know, the working pods in
Yeah.
Deesgate. I just went there to gamble. So I had no girlfriend, nothing like
Yeah,
in
that's
my
right.
head.
Really?
Yeah, you have to do it
Like it's silent room, just you and the dealer. Blackjack.
Bruh, yous are a bit cooked. I had no
I'm not
idea
like
that
that.
you're at this level. Like full hiding it and everything.
No,
Like,
he's cooked. He'd tell Mason, "Oh, I'm going to work," and he'll just go to the casino.
actual.
Yeah, one
And
time.
then he'll lose.
One time.
And then he lost it. Oh, don't tell Mason I'm down.
Yeah, that was the time I lost still. Because that was when fucking me and Mason living together was like fucking a married couple.
Actually, like a full-time like addict, where like you can't tell your wife.
Don't tell the misser I'm going casino.
Bro, the Manny's casinos though are just like they're horrid, but like the boys just make it lang. You know what I mean?
Have you been with Burkham and us
Yes, I have been with Burke, and oh
in
god,
Marbella?
yes, it
Yeah.
just screams. He's
Bro, that's the
just-
funniest thing.
he's
Marbella Burkham, me and him cleared like 5K.
Bro,
It's
well,
so
I
joke.
think it was the UK, and this guy's like, you just hear him scream like, and this is a packed full casino,
Yeah.
and you just hear him screaming at the dealer, and you're just like, oh Burke, and I'm right next to you, G, like.
Nah, it's too funny.
Yeah, they
bro.
love it, bro.
You have to go. You have to go
Turkish men
casino
love
with someone like that to have fun.
If you go with your
the
boys,
best.
that's why I only gamble with friends.
Yeah,
On my
that's
own, it's just ultra depressing.
Yeah.
Because you win, no one cares. You lose, and like you're just like, oh fuck, what am I doing with my life?
Yeah, when you lose, it is a very long day. It's a very long day.
How much did you gamble
Look at
today?
him just
No, no, no.
contemplating his life. It's a very long day.
Right, yesterday.
No, Paddy Power's locked off, bro. I have to source a new one. But
I'm gonna mess with you tomorrow for my Paddy account.
I was bare tempted just to be like, cool, first check of my rent is this much. Should I just double it and just make it free? But then I was like, nah, I don't really want to deposit like a lot of cash. But I would actually make it happen.
Gee, it's more worth just on meme coining now. I reckon give up.
do
give
it.
up
Meme coining's
blackjack.
worse, bro. It's like a 99% chance of losing.
Okay, yeah, if you're an idiot.
Not even like,
Yeah.
how do you?
It depends what coin.
Bro,
I
you're
think the meme coin thing's a scam. Well, obviously, it is a scam, but like, I think
it is a scam.
it's literally like 1% of men that'll make money with it.
Yeah.
Whereas a gambling
Yeah.
is 50-50.
But that's always been trading. Gambling's 50-50. Okay,
Yeah.
blackjack is 50-50.
Yeah. That's what I play.
It's not
That's
50-50.
50-50.
It's still down.
No, like with meme coining, it's a complete different game. It's
Depends
just
what
like-
meme coin.
Just know the dev, innit? You just got to be connected, G.
Just got to play Fortnite with the dev. Like fucking Sandal.
Oh, bro, Sandal, and he's just like, yeah, I just played Fortnite with the developer, and you know, a few weeks later, it was up 700 grand, and I'm just sitting there
Fucking
like,
hell, bro.
I've never seen that kind of money in my fucking life. And it's just like,
scheme.
boop.
Yeah, someone needs to study Sandal's scheme.
bro, someone needs to actually like
Yeah.
pull that man up and be like, gee, open your mouth, tell us the secrets.
Yeah, he would just sit there like on his phone, just like,
Not do this.
Fucking
Yeah.
in the club and stuff like that, just sitting on his phone. Gee, get up. What are you doing? Okay, I'll get up. Pays for bottles, sits back down. Like, he's, you know, he stands up, he does the whole, like, bottle show, and then he sits back down. It's like, what do you mean? I'm
Yeah.
doing something.
some people like that. Like, I'm kind of like that in clubs as well. I don't really like. Actually,
yeah,
nah,
you don't like clubs?
unless it's China White.
Unless you're fully licked.
Yeah,
then
unless,
then it's-
unless it's an
that's
OF money event. China
Then it's
White.
a set. Otherwise,
when-
it's just dead. You're just around like bullshit.
Bro, no, when we were in Zagreb, that was lang.
Zagreb was jokes because the music's completely different to
Oh,
like
bro.
UK bullshit.
Yeah.
And it sucked as well because, like, none of us could understand the music. We went there for 2 hours.
No, I actually
We
like
took
the
bottle
music.
shows.
Yeah.
And then we're just like, all right, let's go. And we just poured all the
Yeah.
alcohol into the buckets, all the alcohol because we didn't want anyone to take it.
Yeah,
And
that's
we poured
jokes.
like 4 or 5 full bottles of liquor into that bucket.
What do you think's been the best trip that we've done out of all of them?
Best trip that we've done out of all of them. Fuck, that's a good question. I don't like.
I think the
They've all got
Manny
different
era was
vibes.
bare jokes.
Manny was the most jokes.
Yeah, it
So we
was.
were there for like
And you
3
lot,
months.
when I walked in your apartment, and from the minute I walked in, just smoke came on my face.
Really,
And it was like, oh yeah, geez, calm.
Man was telling me about my apartment's dirty
Like,
when he
hot
had
box in the apartment. Yeah,
66
geez,
by 10 a.m.
It's calm. I'm like, bro, open the door. Nah, it's calm. I'm like, bro, it stinks. I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
That's
Yeah,
the
'cause,
trying to build a Twitter bot. You just have to.
Oh, I remember that. Like, it was just, I don't want to fucking say this on cam, but because we went to the Airbnb and like I'm getting ready for my Airbnb, and then my Airbnb, like,
Oh, the host.
my Airbnb, yeah, it was like, called me up like 3-4 days like beforehand. He's like, oh, you're Manny. Like, I was sleeping on his couch. He's got a classic picture of that.
That's
Just
a hard
just
pick.
waiting for Sandal to come, just because I got there early, and I was like, I'll come to the Mandom's pad for a bit, bro. I meet up with my like Airbnb host, and he's like, he's kind of sketching out a bit. I'm like, what are you doing? We're having a beer and stuff. And he's like asking me about the business, all that kind of stuff. He's like, oh, you're really chill and stuff. And he goes, do you want to sniff? And I was like, when it money, G. Like, I'm not that kind of guy, but like, gee, I'm on the other side of the world. Like,
When the money, bro.
I'll give it a go.
You did just get off a 17-hour flight.
Exactly, bro. Like, it's
Longest
been
of
3
days.
days. I was still kind of like bit. So, fucking did that. And then he's like, you know what? Why don't you just come live 5 days earlier than
That's
your
mad.
Airbnb? Come live with me. Like, I got a spare room. Bro, the amount of times I walked in on him, and he's like mid doing it, right? And he's like, oh, I was gonna get a hooky, but I didn't want to encroach on you a little bit, if that's a word. And I was just like, gee, no, it's fine. Like, that's all right. And then I'm looking back at it now, I was like, damn, that was actually so cooked.
Yeah, my man's tapped. I
ultra
looked
tapped.
at him as well. He was super tapped. He's like super lonely. Like he literally gave you like his clothes. He just wanted a friend, didn't it? So badly.
Desperate.
Nah,
for a
that was
friend.
nice. That was so nice of him, bro. That was like that actually made my week. Like, who just gives some random guy? He's like, he has a Louis Vuitton shirt, it's like $1,000, and he's just like, take it. And I was like,
He must have bare
no,
rated you.
bro, like no way. And he's like, I've never worn it. And I was like, oh,
Say less.
okay, damn. And then like I was like, right. And then yous, because of my birthday, bought me like 600 pound in shoes. I was sitting there like Louis Vuitton, like off-white, like fancy, and I'm just sitting there like, I normally look like I'm homeless.
Yeah.
I'm revving up here.
Literally premium Aussie.
Oh, bro. I got treated like a king when I came to Manny. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, Manny is good. But yeah, let's stop waffling for a bit.
Yeah.
So
Start
for those
off
that don't know, this is Luca and Flemo. These are my two best friends. Well, we've been best friends for about 2-3 years, something like that. And they're in the same business as me, of course. So I'm gonna ask you guys, how did you guys meet? Because they met before I met them. No, I met Luca before in London for a couple months, and then he was in Dubai, and then I made a bit of money, came to Dubai, but they met before I met. So like, how did you guys even meet?
Oh, shit. It was the networking group, right? What was the networking group? We joined the networking group. Me and Sandal sitting there bored as shit in Dubai. Like, there's a networking group. He's doing his marketing, posting the yacht, saying there's a big event. And so we joined the group. I do my thing. I'm just messaging in the group. Some boys want to meet up and stuff. Go for dinner. And then one of the boys is like, oh, I've got a mate coming. He's in the same industry as you boys. And I was like, oh, calm. Like, thank God, because we're hanging out with a bunch of,
Dookie.
drop shippers and resellers and stuff like that. So I was kind of annoying because you can't break that wall with them. And then Luca gets there. We chat for 2 hours straight at a table with 8 other dudes.
Yeah.
Just me, Sandal, and Luca. They are dead quiet. They're dead quiet.
Bro, I was gonna say,
And they're all in like suits and that. as well.
from when I pulled up, everyone's in a suit. And Sandal and you are just normal. Like, try to talk to everyone. One guy is like working a normal job and has spent all his money to go here.
Yeah.
Other 3 guys do some random shit.
Yep.
Like, I don't even know what they do now. And then like everyone's just talking blah blah. I'm like, bro, what the fuck have I walked into?
Yeah, correct.
Like,
yeah.
what the fuck are these guys doing? Sandal, of course, pays the bill for everyone. Like, because he's
Right.
just nice. He's like
Yeah.
1K bill, just paid for everyone. Everyone just starts going quiet, and then I just start chatting to these two. I was like,
Yeah.
right. So imagine if these two weren't here.
3 hours, bro. Like, we were chatting for 3-4 hours.
Yeah.
But there was a decision that we made the next day because Lucas sucks at messaging, always has.
Bro,
right?
you suck at messaging, bro. It'll be like
You're bad,
2
bro.
p.m.
Yeah, I'm bad.
and you'll just be asleep for
You
like
just said
6 hours.
Clement online 1 hour ago, and you don't hear
If
from
you
him.
only message him on Discord if you want to reach him, but who
Yeah.
the fuck
he
messages
messaged me
someone on Discord?
You've got me within the instant. Message me on any other app. I've
Yeah,
got like
Telegram
20,
is cooked.
20 messages all sitting there, just people wanting to respond, and I'm just like, nah. But anyway, he's like, oh, we're doing Lambo Day tomorrow. Like, come.
That's when these lot pulled up.
Yeah. But we went and got a Lambo, and we went and hung out with like the other boys.
Oh yeah, because you had it planned with them.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
we already had plans with them. And we were sitting there and we were just like, Luke wasn't answering his phone. And I'm like, to say, look, these boys are these boys are dookies, right? These boys aren't like, I don't like these boys one bit because like one of them was like a solar panel salesman, and you walk up to them and he's like, "How you doing, bro? Like, what do you do for yourself?" And you speak to those guys and you're just like, you know what I mean? Like,
Just like forcing the network
yeah,
in.
you
Like,
just feel
Yeah,
it.
when they
Just like,
force it, it's so annoying.
I'm sitting there and I'm just like, I know where these boys are going, right? Kind of. Let's just fucking go and just rock up uninvited. Why not? Like, he kind of invited the night before, but he hadn't replied. And I was like, I don't want to be that guy, but we've got a Lambo. Like, we've rented a Lambo. Like, this is like the second time we're in Dubai. We're doing the
Classic thing,
typical,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
That's
The
what
guy
they
started
put up
back.
as well.
yeah.
Because they were, we got the cars at our apartment, and that was these lot both had Mason had a van. Mason just crashed and wrote off a car a month later in a Lambo. Same with Tom. I was like, boys, what's going on? I thought you lot don't have a license. They're like, oh, nah, it's pending. And
Bro, I couldn't even turn the car on. Luca had to get out the car to help me turn it on. I didn't even have to I Vauxhall Corsa mode in the UK. Now I'm in a Lambo, but yeah.
You remember the first thing I said to you when I met you?
Probably that I'm tall.
Yeah, I said,
I swear.
fuck, you're tall.
I just have to go, yeah, I get that a lot
Yeah,
still.
no, and your monotone voice, and I remember when you hit me with that monotone voice of yours, and I was like, all right, fucking hell, I'll leave myself alone.
Flemmer's got to break
Yeah.
the ice.
So Flemo just pulled up to the desert. We was already there. And then from there, we just fucking cracked on, innit? It was like, since that day, I think literally just
I think
being
we're
like
2
best
years
friends.
in now. Yeah. we're
Did
2
I not
years.
message you that day?
No, you didn't. And then we just rocked up.
Oh, because I thought I did. I was like, that day was just mad.
You did.
Like,
You're probably just
everything was
driving.
popping
You
off.
can't.
Yeah, but you were
Yeah.
just like, you're like,
Bro, I didn't sleep that whole night.
I think you told me where you were going, and I was
Yeah.
just like, that's why I knew exactly where
Yeah.
you were. But like, it wasn't like patterned. And I said, should we come? And then you weren't replying. And then I remember because I wasn't allowed to drive the Lambo because my ID, my like license wasn't the right one. And then they're like, go to a white wall, take a photo of yourself. I do it. They send me a international license, and I was like, it's done. Let's go now. Get out of here. And then we all rocked up. We're all sitting there. I've got literally my screensaver, still the screensaver from that day. 3 Lambos all laid out. All of us. I'm
Just
sitting in
looking
front
like
of mine.
kids.
Yeah.
We actually were all kids then
So
as well.
kids.
Wearing like a football outfit.
Yeah, what is that?
Yeah, literally.
Wearing a football outfit. Spent my last £300 to get some Versace glasses to wear.
Yeah.
And they're just dead anyway. Yeah, wait, Lucas, so how comes you couldn't sleep that night? And obviously I know what happened, but why don't you tell them what happened?
Yeah, so that night was basically that same day. The day I met you, that night, one of the TikToks we posted got 20 mil views. So that night, we had 10 subs coming in a second, paid subs. And that night, I had called up 5 of my boys, 3 chatters, 5 of my boys, 8 chatters on the account, all night chatting, 50 unreads every single minute, like new chats every single minute. So I was chatting the whole night. And then that morning, before we were driving, we was on about like 2,000 paid subs for the day. And then while we were driving, went up to 3,000 to 4,000.
Yeah.
And it was just
that.
cooked. Like,
I remember that.
I was looking at my phone like 5K for the day,
Yeah.
10K for the day,
Yeah.
15K for the day.
I thought 50 subs was cool. And I was
Yeah,
like,
bro.
oh, I'm doing like
And the
50
TikTok kept getting banned at like each increment, like 5 mil views, got banned, got it back, 10 mil views, got banned, keep reinstating it.
Yeah.
And it just kept pushing.
Bro, I remember sitting there and looking at you, and you like, because we went to a shisha one of the nights. You're like, look, and I'm like, holy crap, I've got to up my game.
And then
G.
as well, what
was
happened the
insane.
day after with your...
The day after, we fucking popped off for the first time as well. So me and Mason spent like our last couple thousand just to go to Dubai. It was like, fuck it, like, just why not? Like, what's the worst that can happen? Just end up back in the shed. And then we had a midget at the time on the biz, and it was like the second day, the day after Luca popped off, we just fucking went crazy. Not as crazy as Luca, but we got like 100,000 likes on Instagram on a post. And I think because we didn't have the sales figured out then, we was only doing like I think 3 to 4K day, maybe like 3K. Whereas like if it was now the team, like that'd be like I'd say a 10K day around that. So yeah, we popped off, made the trip back in that day. Whether it was because I took that risk and went to Dubai, I don't know, like the universe works in different ways, but I was happy that happened, of course, and it was like the first bit of money that first significant amount of money that I made. So yeah, that's pretty fucked. But yeah, what did we do after that? We went to the desert and whatever, and then we went back home. I cut early, man. Picked up a nice bill for me, thank you. And then after that,
Got chopped on that bill. Well,
we went to. You went to Romania.
yeah.
But tell me about what it's like living in Australia growing up, and tell me the difference between living in Australia growing up, I think you spent 2 months in Dubai,
Yeah.
and then you went to Romania, and then you was homeless in Croatia,
Yeah.
and now you're up again, and then you was in Manila. Like, tell me a bit more about the story, because I've never asked you about like what it was actually like in your mindset when you was in Croatia and you was like hustling, like just literally basically like just on the brink of extinction.
Like bringing it
Yeah,
bro.
What was it like in your actual mind when you're going through that? But like, tell me a bit more about Australia first, and then we'll get onto that.
Well, Australia is one of the most beautiful countries in the world, okay? But you have to leave. There's nothing there. There's nothing to grow upon. There is, but depending on what business you're in or stuff like that, the online world, it's atrocious. We call it tall poppy syndrome. It's where people want to see you grow, just not taller than them, right? So when you're living in this world, I just wanted to get out. And I'm just seeing all these things online. And this was like the boom, like after COVID, after my business, I had a videography business. COVID hit, lose job, lose this, everything like that. And I became chronically online because I couldn't deal with the people around me necessarily. I just wanted to, like, I wanted more, right? And so I surround myself, and like, very grateful for you boys because of that as well, because you guys are just like, you're something to like, your mates, the people you surround yourself with, if they're on a certain level, then that level becomes instinctual to you. So you surround yourself with all these people, and then it's just like, you surround yourself with the home people versus you boys, and it's like, whoa, like the level of things that you have and understand, it's just completely different, and how we think and our thought patterns and everything like that. You can't stay home like that. And so then leaving and just meeting all these people doing like, well, I was doing like 15 grand when we met a month in Dubai, and then I'm meeting people doing 30, 50, 60. You boys did like in that month, I think like 100 something. He did 2,000 subs. And I'm sitting there thinking, oh, wow, this is realistic. Like, this is a path that you can go through. And like, but if I was sitting back at home in Aussie, thinking I was the G making 10 Gs a month, you know, USD as well, so extra 50% on the Australian dollar, you know what I mean? It's like, wow, I would never have envisioned to what we envision today, like where we want to go, what we want to do. And then when I went to Romania, and then when I went to Croatia, I think it's like, it's a lot to do with like character, but I was so excited. Like when I was going homeless and I was messaging Sandal, like, yo, come pick up my suitcase. I'm going to go sleep on a bench with a laptop and a phone, right? And I'm just going to fucking like, just going to hustle it down. And then my affiliate link came in 3 hours like before I had to get kicked out of my hotel. And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there like thinking, all right, I'll just stay in the hotel then, I guess, you know, a couple hundred come through and I'm just calm then. But it's that excitement, you know, just that like love for it. Like, you know, we always talk about motivation, but we're never motivated. It's like, it's just normal to us of like, why would I want to like play video games or go and do this when I can build something?
Yeah.
Bro, you know how if someone sits down and plays a video game, they could play it the entire day, 16 hours. That's us with business. It's just like, oh, I work like 24/7. It's just like, well, I get it now. You know what I mean? Like, there's people who just like, you need to be motivated. No, you need to just make a bit of cash. And once you see that, then you're just like, oh, I just never want to stop working.
What do you think is like one lesson that you could like give someone that maybe might be following that path? Not that it's a bad path. It's actually a sick path. Like, it's such a mad story to tell, like ups and downs. What is one thing that you learned through that period? Maybe it was like a lesson of how not to get there, or a lesson of like how to get it back. Because obviously you've bounced back like many times since then.
It's the people, bro. It's the people. Like at the end of the day, when I'm surrounded with so many people, when we broke it, it's just like, yeah, but like It's not hard. Like, we're all doing it and we're all showing you how to do it. And it's just like, oh, it's an information game. Like, it's always been an information game. You can only work so many hours. And that's what me and Luca are like literally like talking now constantly every day about our systems, because we only have so much time in a day. So we want to build the necessary systems for our business. But like before that, it's just that click in your brain of just like, the boys are doing it. You know what I mean? If you have friends who all have jobs and stuff like that, then it's like, oh, I can just go get a job. Okay, but bro, then you lose 8 hours that day where you could work on your own business and work on building something. So I would say, like, at the end of the day, I'm most grateful for the people around me, 100%, because like you guys, you don't like go to show it, but you show it every day through your actions, through what you're doing, through, you know, boom, you're on your phones, like just being like observatory. You're on your phones, you message, boom, 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 boom. Phone's back away, you're back in the conversation, or like, boom, you pull your laptop out of nowhere, boom, 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 boom. You know, you put it back away. All these little signs of your habits, I observe, and then I'm like, I need to do that. Why am I not doing that? He's doing that, and I'm not doing that, and he's achieving this, and I'm not achieving that. Then I got to do that. 100%. If you're starting out in the game, it's the people. Go chronically online. I say, unless you're an IRL business, go chronically online.
Yeah, you have to be online. There's actually no other way. Like,
100%. Group chats, bro.
no way that I'd be here now if I just stuck to my circle from back home. Not that they're not good people. Still good friends with a lot of them now. They're good guys, but it's just like, that doesn't mean that they are gonna fulfill what we want to do. You know what I mean?
No. It's a different mind game, bro. It's a complete different mind game. And then you have to like, what do I do? Telegram group chats, and then you're just weaving out the bad people, the good people, the bad people, the good people.
Sift out all the fucking shit munchers.
Yeah, or the shit talkers, or the ego boys, anything like that. Like, you gotta have that judge of character. If you don't have a good character yourself, right? You can't judge other people's good characters, and not in like good character in like the way people think. We know some horrible characters. Gee, we know some people who are like downright horrible people, but in terms of workload, their mind, their obsession, everything like that, of like, I say this sometimes, that if someone's like not in business and has a really good character, I'd be more likely to be friends with a person who has a bad character but into business, because especially in our business, I can talk to this person, I can communicate with them on a different level, but you can't. We always say, like, we can't talk to the average person and just have like a proper conversation where you just connect and you just like dropping game and you're chatting about things that you can just relate to so much.
Yeah.
We can't do that. We can't.
Yeah, the conversations are so like underwhelming when you go back home or you speak to someone normal, because you can't really be yourself. You have to really tone it down.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you just feel like they will feel like you're flexing, and you'll feel bad for flexing, even though you're just telling them about your life. Like every time, like even yesterday, one of my old best friends that I was best friends with for like fucking 10 years, literally hit me up and was like, yo bro, like, what are you saying? You're still killing it. And I was like, yeah, I'm just getting by, bro. Yeah, the sun's cool here. Like, cause he's like, oh, you're living up in Dubai. I'm just like, yeah, I'm just getting by, bro. Like, I'm not like gonna be like, yeah, it's mad, G, like when he's just like plumbing, like I just want to like stick it on him. Whereas really I'll be like, yeah, bro, like if it was someone else that was wanting to hustle, like other friends from back home that would hit me up that now are in the biz and they're making good cash because they joined the network. I'm like, yeah, come to the fucking Dubai. Like, I don't care if you got 1K in your bank, come here, you can sleep at mine. I'll pick up the dinners, just pay for your flight. And then you'll open your mind, because like that's what I done, innit? To give back the opportunity, or like that little thing is amazing.
It's so sweet of you.
Yeah, but what about you, Luca? How's your beginning been? Because you was trading and other shit.
Yeah, I mean, with me as well, like it's like Flemo said, it's about meeting the right people. Because like I met the right people in terms of to start OFM, then you met me, and then you now see, oh, this is a whole new world. I met you, met Sandal, you met me, we're like, oh shit, this is a whole new world. In Dubai, I met way bigger people than me, and I was like, oh shit, I'm still nothing. And especially here now, like every day we're meeting or like hearing conversations, especially here, of people who are worth 10 billion, 20 billion, crazy money, running crazy businesses, and we're like, oh shit, we're still nothing. Like until you realize it's possible, then you don't actually like making 10K a month, you think, oh shit, I've made it. making 50k a month, you think, oh shit, I made it. Make 100, like the level just keeps increasing and increasing. And like you said, like you can't really meet people in person anymore. Like the chances you meet someone who is in the same field as you, is killing it, you're at the same location, is very, very slim. I mean, we've been out and met like people who are big in the industry. It's happened before, but not like randomly, like these one-off occasions. So especially online and like Telegram groups, again, if you're someone of character and you just have a normal convo with someone else of character, chances are you're going to get along. And then just like, that's how all of us basically met, through Telegram groups, and then just constantly improving yourself so that when you meet people way above you, you actually can give value. Because again, if all of us were just idiots, like you said, when you meet someone like, what do you do, G? What's your traffic source? Blah, 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 blah. You're just like, you just think down on them like you're a fucking idiot. But if you know how to have a conversation and just actually meet people, give some kind of value, it doesn't have to be something specific, then you can always like work your way up into bigger groups and levels above you.
Yeah, literally. You just got to get yourself in a place where you can possibly maybe meet someone. Like if I didn't go to London, I wouldn't have met Luca. If I didn't meet Luca, I probably wouldn't have come to Dubai. I wouldn't have met Flemo. If I didn't come to Dubai because I was like, oh, I want to hold on to my last couple grand,
Yeah.
then I wouldn't have made as much money. And then also when you do meet people, you just don't be a fucking idiot, really. Just don't be like,
I don't think you can teach that.
be
though,
yourself.
like-
Yeah, just be yourself.
Like some people are just cooked from like,
And then someone might be a nerd, but they might meet another ecom nerd and they might get on and be nerds and make more money. So
100%.
I guess it's just like character, innit?
Bro, I remember like I brought one of my mates who was trying to make it out, like, you know, on a call with like one of my mates in the business, and he goes to the guy. So how he straight up out of nowhere goes, so how do you create accounts? And I sit there and I go, no.
Yeah.
You don't ask those questions
you don't
like
understand.
that. You don't-
Oh, no.
Like we're talking about Reddit,
Oh,
right?
no.
And account creation is very important. And he's just like, out of nowhere, he just goes, so how do you make them? And I'm like, stop.
Yeah, bro.
No. It don't work like that. You can't do that. And like, they just don't understand like that.
Yeah.
Same guy said to me, we sit there and I'm getting a tan on, you know, at the beach because just spent the past month in Aussie. And he goes to me, you know what, Flemo? Out of everyone from high school, you're making the most. You're the most successful. And then I'm sitting there and I'm just like, oh, I never processed that information. Like I never just sat there and was like, yeah. But imagine if I did. Imagine if I like only aimed for the best in school. Like I would just wanted to be like the richest guy to make the most money out of everyone in school. Like we're shooting now here. Like we're sitting there. We sat there yesterday and Julian walks past us. The guy who's what? Making like 10 mil a month. Who's an Aussie from Sydney. And he's like, what, 29? Imagine if we sat there and we aimed for the best in school. Imagine that low level of thinking. And I was like, oh, that's how people's brains work. They don't understand that like there's so much bigger out here. There's so much. You have to get out.
Yeah, have to get out. And also, like, kind of going back, like, yeah, we saw Julian, but like, some people might just go up to him and be like, "Yo, G, like, what stock should I buy right now?"
Yeah.
and like, just fucking be like, "Just shut up, bro." Like, you just have to work. And
Oh
then
God, imagine.
it's not, yeah, like some people will just actually do that. Like, it's crazy. Like, I always get messages on Telegram, like, just people saying like, "Yo, bro, like, what's the meth, bro?" Like, it's like,
yeah. And the wall just instantly goes up.
yeah, do you want me to just jump on a 28-hour call with you and break it all down? Like, no,
Yeah, exactly.
just can't possibly tell you.
No, you have to pay for it. This is probably the
Well,
cringest
you can
thing.
finesse your way in. Like you're good at finessing your way into like the right people,
Yeah.
the right conversations.
Yeah, Flemo is good.
Like, but that's a skill as well. Like,
Yeah.
you can either pay for the information and get it the same day,
Are you finesse?
or you can befriend someone and slowly acquire the info.
I just hate waiting, bro. I'm so impatient. I'd rather literally just buy it just to save
Hey,
time.
That's what we have to start off.
Yeah.
Start off doing.
at the start, yeah, you have to.
But then you can't get certain levels of information by doing that. That's
Yeah.
when you have to become friends with people. And
That's when you have to know how to act,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, you have to know how to move information, but at the same time, like, bro, this is probably the cringiest thing I've ever said, but like, my entire friend group I've met in paid groups. My
Yeah.
entire friend group,
Yeah.
Sandal, I joined his mentoring in 2019, 2020 he's mentoring his paid group for crypto trading, right? Sat online, chronically online, talking to him, only him, the other boys, but then, they get sifted through at the end of the day of just like, you're wasting your time, you're wasting your time, you're wasting your time. Then boom, new money. Go to the event, you're wasting your time, you're wasting your time, you're wasting your time, sift through. Like, and now everyone who's doing stuff in the industry is just like, I enjoy having conversations with these people because it's high level at the end of the day. You can't sit there and have a conversation with someone who's low level. It's like, shut up and listen kind of thing. Like if you're not at that level, you have to shut up and listen. And those boys that don't, and they got their egos coming in, you can't have egos in this game unless you're doing things and you're at that top of the level. But even then, you're just a small fry. Like, come here, someone's doing 100 mil. And it's like, and if you still have that ego and you're still pushing your way around and moving your shoulders, mate, you just look like a tosser. Like,
Mhm. Defo, bro. Defo.
100%.
But I want to take it back because you kind of brushed over it before. So let's go back to the bench in Croatia. It's cold. You've got the jacket on.
Yeah,
The
big
shoes.
puffer.
You got the Burberry's on. You've got the fucking the dark grey baggy joggers on,
Oh, them days.
and you've got a skinhead.
Oh, them days.
What's going through your mind at that point when you said you're excited, but I wanna why do you think that you was mentally strong in that position? Because so many put 100 people on that bench,
Yeah.
99 of them are just gonna
Crumble.
build their mum, try and go home, try and finesse a flight,
Yeah.
give up, go. Oh,
Yeah.
it's not for me. Like, why was you excited to be homeless in a country which is 18 hours away from your hometown? It's cold. It's completely out of your environment. It's completely away from comfort. Obviously, you got Sandal there, which is obviously cool. But how did you get out of that situation by yourself? And what was going through your mind in that position when you're on the bench? I just want to know. Obviously, you're excited, but are you just trying to figure out plans? Are you just
I can see it.
embracing the moment? How do you have open mind?
I can see it though. I'm surrounded by all these people. I see what you do every single day, your habits, little things, what you're doing, your situation. I can see myself in that situation. I can see myself doing those things. What do I have to fear? What is there to fear? Oh no, I have $0 in my account. Okay, but I have character, I have information, I know what's happening, I know what's going on. I've surrounded myself with amazing people who are just constantly at it. What is there truly to fear? Some cold? Sleeping on a bench?
Yeah.
What? If you took everything away from me, I'm still going to be better than someone in 6 months' time who still has everything right now. If I go back home, right? Let's just say I go back to zero. I'm still in 6 months later going to be better than them. And I know that because of the information, character, everything, and also my experience. I've said it multiple times that I've lived many lives already, right? Of people's entire lifetime. I've lived it in a year, multiple times. And just sitting there and having that experience, being there, checking the account balance, checking what you're doing, seeing what the other boys are doing. You're surrounded by these people and their characters. And then to fear going homeless, I don't know. I think I could not fear that one bit anymore.
Yeah.
What's going to happen? Hey, I need to borrow $2,000 for a flight home. I've brucked it. Cool. Go home, right? What did I do? I sat down for 6 months and I just grinded my ass off. Hi guys, I'm back. Sorry, fucked up a little bit. Learn a good lesson.
Yeah.
But I'm back.
It's the best thing, isn't it? Bro, when you came back to Manny and you was
Oh.
printing again, it was the best thing in the world, innit? I remember when I met you in the lobby. It was just so fucking
Everyone's
sick.
like, oh, you didn't come to Turkey. And I was like, gee, I brucked it.
Yeah. It's mad. But yeah, it's true. Sometimes I always get stressed and when you I don't know, we all probably have the same mindset, proper perfectionists. If you just say you've done 100 things right in a day, but you do one thing wrong, you just think it's a shit day.
Yeah.
It's easy to forget all the good things you're at or the good things that you've done or
Problem
how
solvers.
much more we're doing than the average person. Then it's obviously not good to compare to them. But then also it's just there's actually nothing to worry about because if I brocked it today, I'll just go yard.
Yeah.
I'll just go home
yard.
and just fucking get back at it. We're still
Exactly.
22 years old. Um,
And you've
what
got
the
all that
fuck?
experience, bro. Like,
Yeah.
what do you have to fear? If you were in my shoes, okay, in that situation, you don't know it, but it was actually just like a week or two away from like, if you've rocked it, right?
Yeah.
It's just a week or two away from being like, oh, I've fucked up a little bit too many times and now I've rocked it. Like, I'm trying to do it and you don't achieve it. And then you got your last $100 in your account. You spend that on a hotel. And then it's like, rah, man, I need money. I've brocked it. This is embarrassing. You know what I mean? And then it's just like, gee, you would have done the exact same thing as me. You wouldn't have anything to fear because like I know your character. I know what you've been through. I know Luca's character. I know what Luke has been through. And it's like, if you were in my situation, you wouldn't have anything to fear. Trust me when I say that. Like us boys, most of us, we can go to zero and fear nothing.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's
Sometimes it's actually Leng. Like, I used to do it on purpose every day.
okay, maybe not do it on purpose.
I made like a fucking YouTube video about it because like I had this mindset where I just wanted to be at zero so I could just have their energy and just want to grind and feel broke.
Yeah.
So every time I get money, I'd either gamble it or spend it on like designer, send it to like my mom. Obviously, that's a good thing. Just go out to dinner. I just want it out my account or like invest it
in,
into some
go out,
random shit that I don't even know what it is, but I don't really care.
Okay, investing makes sense, but
Yeah.
you UK boys and your designer, I'm not gonna lie, it's a bit chopped. Like,
Yeah. But then like I had to get out of that mindset because like you realize you're only operating in like a scarce mindset. So you're only just doing tasks. When you actually have money, sometimes you have the peace to actually think and make better moves and make more money. And even if you do 5 hours work in a day, it's better than doing 12 in that first stage. You make more money.
yeah, Luca. I'm not gonna lie, Luca
Yeah.
was really good on telling me that because that hadn't opened my mind up until like only a month ago, where it's just like I'm working my ass off, and then it's like Luca's like, why? Well, why are you doing that activity? Why don't you have a system in place for that activity? Like, sorry, that task basically. And Luca then sits down with me, and you were sitting there on your computer just fucking mashing work next to us while we sat there for 2 hours. Like,
Bro, like 5 hours, bro.
really?
It was 5 hours of that one shisha. Literally, that one shisha just got smoked to
I
death.
take my headphone out and just hear the systems. I'm like, I can take it out half an hour later. Systems. All right,
As
so
well.
back in that, because I knew what you were speaking about because I had the same conversation with Luca before. So I was just like waiting for it to be done. And I'm just like, all right, say less.
But the thing is as well is the problem is because from 0 to 1, that's what you have to do.
Correct.
You have to do 12-hour days. You have to do night shifts, wake up at whatever, go sleep at whatever.
Yep.
And you have to put that grind in. But then you'll hit a ceiling where like, okay, what's next? Like I'm doing all this work, telling everyone I'm locked in, I'm working, and I'm still not progressing. Why is that? And then it's like Tom said, like having the time to just take a step back and just think. Because if you can actually think and then execute, you're gonna go way further than just like, I need to do this, what's this, and like just running around, just doing pointless tasks.
100%. We were talking about it, how like some of the boys were putting their stories just like a bunch of phones. Like, gee, why are you posting, bro?
Oh, bro.
You're not meant to be posting.
I remember those days. Like, I remember I'll go to the lobby in Manchester. Tom will be there, fucking 10 iPhones laid out. I'm going down to do my shift of posting. Another 10 phones, literally changing the like mobile data, airplane mode, mobile data to rotate the IP, all accounts. I'm like, bro, we're spending like 4 hours a day doing that. And it's a $2 an hour task.
Correct.
Yeah, that's mad. I used to think I was a G just in the office with 10,
Bro,
10
looking back
phones.
now, I was like, I remember the Twitter days where everyone would put 20 phones on Twitter, and I was like, what do you need 20 phones for? It'll go viral every time.
I can't believe, like, sometimes when you see that, you're just like, and then I come here and Luca's just like, oh yeah, no, we're not there anymore, G. Like, time to leave, like, time to start building, like, properly. But what do you think is the most in this industry you can do on your own? Because, like, it's crazy what you can do with, like, one model who's, like, you know, just popping off. Some people can do, like, 100 racks while, like, to actually systemize it. And then when you start speaking to the boys who are doing, you know, 600-700 a month, it's like, oh, you ain't doing that no more. You're not trying to find those one gems where you're posting on their socials. No, you've got like 10, and then you have all these systems in place, and you're just like, oh, that's what I'm doing wrong.
Yeah, you actually make way less money as well if you do everything yourself on that one model. Like, I wish me now could have just got the old version of me in a headlock and
Yeah.
said, bro,
Literally.
fucking put a chat team on, G. Like, you're doing 800 subs a day. Like, you could be making extra 100 bags a month.
Remember back then where you didn't even have OF logged in on your phone?
Yeah,
I was
you
like,
chat on 6 hours a day because that fucking only black hat ginger cunt was like, oh, it's not safe to have chatters on. I was like, oh, I guess it's not.
I met him and he was like, oh, what? Oh, you have OnlyFans on your phone? I was like, yeah, don't you check your chatters? He was like, oh, nah, it's only on my laptop. I was like, bro, what are you doing? Getting 800 paid subs a day and you don't even check the chats. I was like, what the fuck?
Bro, it's mad. But that's why it's good to be to be humble, and also like most people get to, let's say, that position that I was in. Most people would just be like, I don't give a fuck, I'm not listening to advice, like I'm making more money than I've ever made, like, I'm doing something right,
always,
I don't want to join
We get
that
that
group,
ego.
I don't want to listen to him. Bro, like, I was just like, oh, say less, put the chatters on, and then just started making extra K a day just because Luca said do this. I was like, oh, nice, bro. It's important to keep getting information and that, but it's hard in this industry. Once you get to a certain point, you can't really get that info to get to like 10 mil. There's no one's going to tell you how to get to 10 mil a month, or like some shit like that. Whereas in ecom, maybe that's the case. It's always like the lower stuff, and then you've got to do like the connections and the fundraising, and take bits from other industries and bring it into this one, because it's still an early industry. It's not like fully there yet. Do you know what I mean? That's why it's a good opportunity.
So important. Networking is so slept on. It's like the most slept on thing ever, especially like paid groups and like free groups and mentorships. Okay, if you're a dumbass and then you buy someone's mentorships, I'm not going to drop any names, but we all know that if you go buy that person's mentorship, you're cooked. But if you buy that person's mentorship, they're going to give you some actual good advice where you'd be able to like, it's just like people will get advice. Like, it's not that deep at the end of the day. You get advice, and with that advice, people are making 100K a month, right? Well, that advice, someone won't even act, and then they sit there and go, this person also scammed me for $1,000. It's like, no, you're just an idiot. You don't take action. You don't do things. You don't get things done. Even if it's going to take you 6 months to see your first 10K, gee, like, my entrepreneur journey started when I was 16. I didn't make good cash until I was 20.
Yeah.
It's just...
Bro, I bare failed shit. That people are too scared to fail. But talking about because you were talking before we jumped on the podcast, and you were saying that in Australia, if you live at a higher floor in an apartment, you get taxed more than less. This is why I like Dubai, because there's none of this bullshit. But tell us. I don't even know that, so I get
It's just coming out, Gold Coast is putting view tax on right now. Basically, depending on the level of like floor you're on, you're gonna get taxed based off that. Like, how much of that is a scam, bro? Like, people are just getting chopped daily. They don't even do anything about it. Nothing, bro.
So wait, so if you're on the top floor of an apartment, you get taxed more than the person on the bottom.
Yes.
What, income tax or property tax?
Property tax.
Oh,
That's not fucked.
Bro, it's like popping around. Like, some countries, the biggest scam. That's why we have to leave.
Yeah.
You have to, for networking. It's just so much better at the end of the day. But like, even now, it's kind of nice because like, slowly all the boys are like moving to the same countries, like over and over again. Like all the UK boys, they all moved to Manny. They all moved to Deansgate. They're all there in those buildings. And then they're like, all right, now we're actually making good money. Maybe we should head to a country where tax isn't that bad. I got like the digital nomad visa. So I got 0% income tax for a year. And then I'll probably just come here after with all the other boys. It's that, like, you just get completely chopped off that income.
Right, it's so bad because not just from like, from money, but also business. Like, you put yourself at such a disadvantage because
Stupidity.
someone else has got 40% more to reinvest back in the business.
Was just about to say.
Like, they can just overtake you. They can hire like 3 more full-time staff, four, 5, 10 staff, and then just accelerate so much quicker just because you wanted to like be a good boy and pay the tax man. Like, it makes no sense.
If you want to scale quick, like your biggest cost in any normal like US, UK is tax. You're spending, let's say you make $1 million a year, 400K in tax. That's literally 20 full-time employees. 20 full-time employees is going to get you to 500K a month versus just paying tax living in somewhere where, one, you don't have to live because it's all online. And two, you're not thinking smart enough. If you think, oh, but I like I like the weather. I like staying with my family. I like all these little comforts.
It's no sacrifice.
Like you have to sacrifice if you want to like be the best at anything. You have to, every competitive advantage you can take, you have to take it.
It's just like choosing to go in the slowest lane possible.
Yeah.
Like, because the only thing you can do when the money's in the bank, you can't really withdraw it because then you get chopped.
Yeah.
Luke was saying is buy a property. And he wants to buy property in the UK.
Yeah.
It's just like slowest lane possible.
You can't even invest in crypto as well.
Yeah, you
from a
can't
UK
invest in
business.
crypto. Yeah,
So
it's
you
crazy.
get 20% whatever corporate, can't invest in crypto, have to invest in property. UK property is dead with council tax, stamp duty, blah, blah, blah. You get taxed from buying the property.
Yeah.
You make less than like, I think here's like 8 to 10% a year. You make less than that. So you're literally just playing the slowest game when there's people making like fucking Sandals making millions a month off investments without having to work off investments.
Yeah,
And you
Yeah,
just,
it's cooked.
it makes no sense. Like I spoke to someone because I was thinking about buying a property in the UK. I was like, oh, I've got a bit of money. They're like, might as well fucking see what it's saying. I was like, bro, I know you got a property. Like, how much did you pay for it, and how much do you get back per month? He was like, yeah, I put down like 30 bags, and I'm getting about £120 a month profit. I was just like, why?
what is
Like,
the point?
what is the point, bro? Like
Doesn't even
30k
pay bills.
I could just refund a new biz startup or something to make way more. Like, it's just too safe for me for now. If you're playing with like billions, then yeah, cool. Like,
Yeah. It's a
you have
different
to do
level of
some
safe
shit.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like most people listening to this aren't at that level. So because your nan's got a property, my nan has a couple properties, doesn't mean that you should definitely invest it into yourself, take the harder risk. It's going to pay off. Cash flow is the best. That's how you get the freedom, not from having a property that gives you,
Yeah, no, 100%.
it's just a bank.
I think it's the most worth it at the end of the day because, like, yeah, property is like semi-low maintenance, but there's so many more investment opportunities these days than an 8% ROI. What is the S&P doing? Isn't that even better?
12.
I think the last 2 years it's like outperformed it, no? But like I think it's done like 20% or some shit.
What's outperformed it?
No, I think the S&P like outperformed its normal rate the last couple of years. That was
Because companies, everyone's struggling more than ever, so the money has to go somewhere, and it's going to companies. Like,
Yeah.
It's just reality of it. So like, you want to invest in property, but it's just better just holding the S&P, just pressing.
and you're
like-
liquid as well.
Even like stocks like Tesla, etc., up like 100% on the year. So even if you put all your money in Tesla, you're up 100% on the year.
Like, and you wanna go play the property game and pay all those taxes and stuff like that. Like, yeah, okay, diversify portfolio. Do you have millions?
Yeah,
No.
don't diversify if you're 10k.
Yeah.
Yeah, gee, like, come
Makes
on,
no
bro.
sense.
Go for like a 2-3x in crypto, man. Like,
Yeah.
or just that 10k. Probably like, if I'm sitting there, I've got 10k. What would I do with it? 100% invest in myself and increasing my current income.
Yeah.
That's just because I can get a 2-3x within 6 months doing that.
10x even. You invest it back
100%.
in yourself.
Invest in yourself, and then anything extra, chuck it into per. Pump my bags, please.
I loaded up yesterday as well.
Did you? What's that right now?
Oh, bro.
It's gone up a little bit. Let me check.
Bro, it's so annoying, yeah.
I'm
Anytime
10 Gs
Enio
into
puts something in the group chat, I always have my Discord muted because I can't work if my phone's there and it's pinging off. So I mute it, and then he just puts something in his Telegram and it'd be like, just told everyone to buy up 30%. I'm like, fuck!
Yeah, yeah.
Didn't see
Did
it.
you see the screenie that he posted
Gone a bit down.
of just like up 400k in one day?
Yeah,
G?
yeah.
And it's like,
Bitcoin had a mad
what am I doing
sell
with
on.
my life? Fucking hell.
Oh, Per's not looking good.
Crazy, bro.
It's back to where I bought.
What do you think,
Sitting on their fucking phones mid-potty.
What do you think of the mosquitoes? Because I've had a chat with Flemo about the mosquitoes.
You
And I
mean
wanna hit-
Bill Gates?
I want to hear about Bill Gates and his fucking mozzies.
Forced vaccination, G. That's
Forced
all it is. I'm a bit of like a very health fanatic person when it
We'd have
comes
to talk
like,
about this on YouTube.
Pardon?
We'd have to talk about this on YouTube.
Oh, we'll get. They put a little thing saying disinformation.
I can't.
Really?
Yeah.
This is not true.
Yeah.
This is disinformation. We're acting right
All
now.
speculative.
Yeah, it's all speculative. Flemo does not know what he's talking about.
There we go. Yeah, perfect. So basically, you just force vaccination. Like you put things into mosquitoes and force vax. That's like, you know what? Out
Wait,
of all the
break it down. Break it
conspiracy-
down.
Out of all, no, but genuinely, out of all the conspiracy theories that you're trying to get me to pick on right now, probably picked one of the worst ones.
What's another one?
Oh, I've got some crazy
I want to
ones
go
at the
deeper.
end.
Tell me the craziest one that people would think of you. I want an Alex Jones moment right now.
Well, Alex was right about
Alex is
cloud seeding.
about a lot of shit he's right about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
most of the
literally.
things he was right about, to be honest. Cloud seeding, the entire political world and business world being run by one race.
And the killing the babies.
You know,
Yeah.
maybe World War II. At the end of the day, the bad guys did win. That's all I'm saying, bro. And you just do a bit of like studying and.
Flemo's gonna disappear next week. No, where's Flemo?
Nah, it's can't. This podcast.
Gee, no, I
I'm
actually have to
ready
get on
for
Twitter sometimes. Hey, I catch myself. I've deleted it so many times. I'm just like re-downloading it, and then it's just like, oh, great. Now I'm fucking conspiracy
I
theory.
delete it, but then like I want to post and it's long posting with pictures through your cat laptops. So
You
it's just
get it on your second phone. That's what I've done.
I've just got one, bro.
really?
You haven't got a second phone?
Nah,
I'm
you gotta
posting phones all
just
thing.
gotta have it on browser.
Because I just have second phone, and then whenever I need to get my fix of scrolling, I just like it's always dead, so I just charge it and then use it 5
No,
minutes.
that's actually so OP because you came and you're just like,
do that.
bro, deleted all social media,
Yeah.
save myself 3 hours a day on something.
Even like, for example, let's say if you're posting like whatever on yourself, you could hire someone to post on your social media. So if you
Yeah.
think about it, that let's say you spend an hour scrolling a day and you can't stop scrolling, delete it, remove it from
Yeah.
yourself. That's a $2 an hour task. You hire someone to post for you.
Bro,
If
someone
you really want.
I had Sandal's girlfriend was doing both me and his Twitters when we were doing the group, and someone once said to me like, "Oh, what you post on like Twitter is weird," and I'm like, "I don't fucking post anything on Twitter. Like that's all managed for me now. Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't that bad as well." 100%. You shouldn't be scrolling. You should never be scrolling.
It's a waste of time.
Complete waste of time.
It's a waste of time, but then it's also kind of like obviously yeah, you can hire someone for it, but I like to get ideas from social media. Like you have to kind of be in the loop to understand
Yeah.
what is popping off. So it's kind of like a big kind of fuck up. Like
I mean,
you have to
have
scroll to see what's going on and
Nah,
what's
G,
popping.
it's so much better being outsourced. Like I get it, but
No,
like,
but you
No,
can't.
you just
you have
can't
to
be like
still-
fully off it.
you have
but
to know what's going
remove it
on.
from your
Yeah.
routine. Like go at night, check for like 5 minutes, whatever. But you have to have it removed from like, because most people they say they're working, they do 5 minutes, or notification, scroll on reels 5 minutes.
be
Oh shit, no, back to work. Like most people are just cooked.
I used to be so guilty of that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, me too, bro. That's the only reason I can say it now.
easy as. What do you
Yeah.
think?
Actually, easy as. Bro, I can't believe you actually got this place like cribbed up
Right.
like this. I'm not gonna lie.
Boys, where's the next trip? Where's the
Good
next boys
question,
trip?
Good question.
Marbella's been done. Romania's been done.
Singapore.
Turkey.
Thing is,
Singapore.
Somewhere different.
I
that
know
we
what
ain't
Sander
done.
wants to do, but I
Bangkok.
think we're a bit too scummy for it, bro. There would kind of be jokes like Sander wants to do south of France in the summer.
Oh,
That's like way too scummy.
no,
but,
it's not.
no,
Isn't
like,
that like
South
one?
of
Wait,
France
where's
is
Too
Monaco.
Monaco?
posh.
Oh, too
No,
posh.
South France is land.
Yeah, it's Lang, but it's like
Nah.
we're scumbags.
Yeah, we are.
feel
but
like it's
we're
just like old money.
scumbags, You know what I mean? We are at the end of the day. Like to
Just
sit
you,
there.
maybe.
Why don't we go Tokyo?
We sit
I was
there.
gonna say
with
Tokyo
those
would be hard.
Fancy.
Tokyo
I'm
with
going-
Sander would be
Bro, I go in
hard.
March. Come.
You actually got
It's
it
too
Yeah,
close.
I'm going in 2 months.
with Sander or with.
I'm trying to get him to come, but he's just like, nah.
Or what
Nah,
about-
it's a
let's
misso trip. I'm not gonna lie, it's more of a misso trip.
Yeah,
But bro, we're heavy scumbags. Like, let's be honest. We go
we
to the
need somewhere
restaurant.
for some nice beer,
We're the
nice pints.
loudest. You sit there at those fancy restaurants, and they've got their little food that they bring out. It's like, geez, give me a steak. Come on, bro. Like, what are you doing? I'm paying like what, $100, $200. I'm just like, oh, Raji, I just don't care enough. You know, I just want to fill my stomach. I'm not.
Food's dead, bro. Like I even
It
just don't
is.
even eat. Like I just fast now because I'm just like I don't want to fucking do that. It's just bare dead. Like going
Especially
to a
here.
restaurant and waiting and fucking.
Gee, constantly. I don't stop. It's just straight appetite suppressant. I completely agree with you.
Yeah, sparkling water, black coffee, couple cigs.
Yeah.
you
Actually,
need-
speaking of appetizers, this man here, the
Oh, no.
appetizer king,
Oh, he is the appetizer
bro.
king.
Back in the
Don't
day.
go out for dinner with Luca unless you're gonna spend like £600.
bro. Oh,
Then he'll cry about the bill after. After you ordered 5 of every starter.
Oh,
I'll get 2 of these. 2 of these. We want these, right? I'll get 2 of these.
Yeah. Every time, just let Luca order.
Yeah.
Everyone chill.
Oh, what do you guys want for appetizers, Luca?
yeah, well, took that role for a good few
Oh
months.
god, that's a good role to have. I
We
ain't gonna
changed now though. We're just one starter, one main.
lie. One starter
Oh,
each, though,
just,
you know.
just
it's-
water and a Coke. All good.
You actually have to find the good places when you come here as well. Like when, like everyone comes here at some point. You have to find the good places.
You have to find it yourself. You don't have to ask us.
Yeah, that is.
We don't know no good places.
Yeah.
We just stay home.
Oh yeah, actually dropping that on a podcast. Imagine if we dropped our places on a podcast like we just
Oh,
did.
no.
We only drop the places that we get chopped at.
Bro, even in my like building, I get recognized, and I'm like, imagine you go to all your spots.
Really?
Yeah, like from YouTube, just like random.
It's gone
guy.
clear now.
No.
You
But
guys
imagine you. So I'm saying you go to all your spots, and everyone's like, oh, hey, I've seen you here.
Yeah.
Oh, like, oh, you come
Yeah.
here too. This is my favorite. Like, oh.
Imagine if we went up to Julian when we were sitting down and he's just sitting next to us, and I'm just like, I just didn't even clock it until someone points it out, and I'm just like, oh shit, that's like the main that like, and out of everyone that I know that's like come out of Sydney, he's like the main one that's like big.
Yeah.
Imagine like walking up to him and being like, yo,
It's just
dude.
crazy.
You just check out the hotel like straight after.
Yeah.
Go in Dorchester. You just
Yeah,
cut.
Like, oh, that's it. No more will go.
That's pretty why he rates it, because he just bakes off.
Here's the most chill, like
100%.
where no one really goes.
Yeah, that's the best place in the world, bro. It's my favorite place.
Yeah, I don't blame you for that. The more like so many places are just dirty in Dubai. That's why you really got to find the nice places. Like,
Dirty everything.
really?
Dirty hookies.
Oh, bro,
Dirty
don't get me
everything.
started on that. There's like a well-known saying of like a pool here in Dubai that's like the STD pool, and it's like, yeah, don't go to that
I've
pool.
never been there.
What was the pool?
Five
Palm.
5 Palm
Yeah,
pool.
bro. You're not seeing the videos. Bro, it's literally like people stuck together in this pool.
Yeah, the hooky
And
game
like
is
obeying a
insane.
DJ.
But I swear it's like all like 90% guys, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really?
They were just
Yeah.
fighting for like a few girls.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, no, come on. You got a damn Brazilian that shit, you know? 1-to-8 ratio.
They need to read the book.
Oh, who? One of you's plugged the book? Who was that?
Yeah, set up.
Yeah.
Very-
What do you think of reading?
I mean, I used to read when I was like 16, back in like the trading days. I thought it was so important, and then realized this is all bullshit.
Yeah.
Like reading is not taking action at all. You think you're working,
Yeah.
think you're taking action, but you're really not. So start your journey. Reading is, I still think it's bullshit, because you learn a lot more from like seeing people that you can relate to, and then say like, oh, I'll do this.
Yeah.
Because like, bro, everyone reads Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Napoleon Hill, Outwitting the Dead, all these basic books, and they're like, oh, I'm gonna make it, and they're still in the same position.
Nah,
So at the start, it's bullshit, but once you get to a certain level and like you have things working, the one thing you have to do is get more information.
yeah.
And the thing is, all the people that we look up to, it's all just watered down info. They've all learned it from the source.
Same shit. Yeah.
all the
And
same,
we
yeah.
just hear the same thing every single day, every YouTube video, podcast. So reading now, like I enjoy it a lot, because you can actually get the information from the source. Depending on what books you read, you can like have the free time to think clearly, read, and then write notes down, etc. But at the start, it's not as important.
I think debating's better, in my opinion. I
Think
think
what?
if you debating
Oh yeah,
on topics, 100%.
but we debate all the time
Bro,
with everyone.
that is the single best thing, I think. Before I made it out, me and Sandal sat in Discord calls for a year straight debating. That's all we did. We just debate on topics.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think of this? Well, what about this?
PS4 parties, you should debate everyone.
Bro, every
Like,
Discord.
at 3 a.m. my parents were shouting at me to shut up, like in my room, just having a full-blown argument about some random topic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Like, you're gonna have your own opinions, but you can't be afraid to be wrong.
Because I think it's a very, like, being to like properly debate is a like sign of not genius, but like a decent IQ.
Correct.
So my best employees, like they were in a debate, like a debate group in college or uni, whatever, and like they were the best in that group.
Yep.
So it causes you to like think more clearer,
Mind to it.
like articulate your points clearly,
Yep.
challenge your ideas, your beliefs. It's a
Yep.
lot of
because then there's ego that comes into it. You have
Yeah.
to articulate, you have to be clear. There's so many like skills
Yeah.
that come with debating. I know it sounds so cringe, like, oh,
To
debate.
us, it's more normal. But like,
Yeah.
some people are that you go against their belief and they're just defensive. Like, no, it can't be
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
Like, they're just like, no, but you're like this, but
then
you're
that's-
this, you're this. And I was like, what the fuck?
That's emotional intelligence then.
Yeah.
Because if you're not emotionally intelligent enough, another skill that you have to have emotional intelligence in the business world, where you just look like wanker. Literally, like, when you debate someone, it's your ideas, your thought patterns, the way that you speak and articulate something up against someone else, and then both your emotional intelligence, and then you're gonna get to a point where someone has to admit they are wrong, right? Which
Yeah.
is also one of the biggest, like, we have egos, but not in the business world when it comes to specific things, because you can't sit there and say this is right, only this is right. Okay, maybe if you're a complete genius, but even then you're gonna be wrong sometimes.
You as well, like, especially in business, let's say you're making money, whatever it is, 10K, 20, 30, 40, 50K a month. And then someone literally says to you, you're doing everything wrong. You can't comprehend that you are, because you're making money.
Yeah.
You're living comfy. You've achieved everything you set out to
Yep.
achieve. So that's why, like, all this information about like systems, about learning, about thinking, all this stuff is like, you can't, like, all of us have known this for years, have heard it for years, but we're not at the level to understand it.
Correct.
Because like, you can't think you're possibly doing something wrong until you actually come to the realization and drop your ego,
In the shoes.
drop like all the things you thought were right, and like, oh shit, I've been doing everything wrong this past however long it is.
It's the biggest and best thing you can come to as well. Like,
Oh
if-
yeah.
when you're in this world and you know you're wrong and why you're wrong, that's satisfying.
Yeah.
Because you're learning. Like, how else are you gonna learn in this industry? How? You be wrong simply, and you know why you're wrong. That's the biggest key. Because I don't read. I did when I was young. I failed high school basically. I never studied once. One of the lowest marks in my year, right? And for my final high school exam, someone wrote it to me because my ADH levels were too high, right? I was in that position.
Fuck.
Now, yeah, a bit cold.
Basically, you're spastic.
Yeah,
Basically, I'm a spastic.
borderline retard on the spectrum.
Yeah, exactly that. And like,
Explains everything.
All makes sense now.
and now it's like, I just want to like have these conversations with people because I can judge very quickly by someone's character simply
Yeah.
having the conversation with them. Easiest thing, I just ask a couple questions and stuff, and then there's just a couple key points that I can pull out, or red flags necessarily, or they do things right, or they say things wrong, or they act and behave. How we met that person the other day, and I'm basically like, like instantly I can just pull apart someone like that to know like,
Yeah.
what kind of person is this person at the end of the day? Is this person worth having around me? Because I'll be honest with you, I got 4 people around me. I got 4 friends, right? Met all in paid groups, don't have anyone else, don't have time for anyone else. And it's like, but these people have this sense of character, this kind of, I don't know what it is, but like,
Less is more.
I'd say
Yeah.
emotional intelligence, I'd say, to them, because the last thing you want is, those people and they just react specific ways and you're just like, you're bare annoying. Like, I just like,
Yeah.
I don't have the consciousness to be around you where I have to tick my brain back, you know what I mean? To be like, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. I hate people like that. And if you allowed someone around you like that as well, I would then judge you. You know what I mean? Mum taught me growing
Yeah.
up, she's like, never judge anyone. And I'm like, Mum, nowadays, fuck, you couldn't have been any more wrong, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Very true.
Judge everything, unapologetic.
Bro, everything my mum taught me, it's the opposite in the real world. It's like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
be nice to everyone. I don't have time to be nice to everyone. I need things to happen though. And don't judge people. I have to make a judgment of people. I can't allow these people around me. Then I'm just going to become like them or become lazy. I have to make that judgment of their character. You know what I mean? Or like all those things. And it's just like,
Yeah, no.
didn't really have much of a father figure at home, but shit
Yeah.
happens.
I think that's the hardest point of biz is when you start and you haven't actually made any cash yet.
Oh,
And you're
yes.
going against everyone's beliefs
Yes.
that surround you.
Yes.
And they're just like, this guy's a fucking crackhead. Like, he's off his nut. He's not making no cash, but he thinks he's some next guy. Like, I used to walk around the Waitrose shop floor like I was some next millionaire, bro.
You
Like,
always think you're
I look
better
at
than
everyone
everyone.
like there was a
Yeah.
peasant, bro.
Yeah, it was
Even
so
the people that
fun.
were shopping there, spending my daily wage.
Yeah. Bro, you
just
think
like-
you're better when you haven't made it. You just like, oh, I'm better than you. I'm better than you. I'm gonna make it more than you.
Yeah.
And then like everyone's looking at you. Who the fuck is this idiot?
Bro, people would come up to me, like my colleagues would be like, bro, like, you okay? Like, is everything all right? Because I'd constantly be like this,
Yeah.
walking around the shop floor, like putting stuff on the shelf, like in my head, just going over like the next moves I'm going to make when I get back to the laptop and shit, just like figuring out the plan like over and over and over again. And then like if I'd open up and say what I'm actually going to do to them, it would just like take it away from me, like,
Correct.
because they wouldn't be able to like
Yeah.
comprehend it. Like, I mean, even like to my mum and dad, like they're like, oh yeah, like, what are you gonna like? What's the plan? Like, I don't want to tell them the plan because I know they're gonna fucking criticize it.
Exactly.
You just have to protect that energy at the beginning because
so
no
much
one
energy.
will get you.
You know what I mean? You lose so much energy.
You
as
lose
well.
air energy.
Oh, bro, like having to have a conversation with someone and you know they're not going to understand, right? It's a useless conversation, and you're just like, I already know where this is going to go.
Yeah, I just sit there in silence every family dinner because I just
Yeah.
didn't want to talk about anything. I just
Yeah.
wanted to keep it to myself and just fucking run it up. And
No,
I'm still that way,
100%.
to be honest. It's kind of like bittersweet because you
Yeah.
have to do it to make more money and be better, but then also it's like you have to kind of disconnect yourself from people that you do still love. Same with friends and everything. Like I was thinking like the other day, I was like, yeah, maybe I'm in a better position now. It's like a trade-off. Like lost like 99% of the people that I
Yeah.
used to have good friends or relationships with.
Yep.
But it was worth it.
Yeah.
Sorry, man, down. It was worth it still, but you just have to do it, and most people aren't willing to do that.
Bro, we've chopped off people as well who've like come up, made it a bit, and then dipped off, you know what I mean? And we have to cut them off because it's just like we can see your issues necessarily. Like
Yeah.
there's been a couple situations where when you brock it, you go quiet. And that's a good sign because you need to go quiet. You need to like run it back up again. You need to get the cash flow like running, and you don't have time to be, if you've got zero cash flow coming in and you're chilling by the fucking pool, I'm going to be like, what are you doing? Like I do this with my friends who want to make it all the time, and they're putting their stories up of them getting drunk and everything like that. I'm like, gee, I never did any of that. No, I just locked in. Yeah, okay, some people just get lucky, right? But when you've got to have that patterned 100% of just a hyper obsession. But the hyper obsession comes when you make the bit of cash. But right before that, that's discipline. I'd say that's it. Before you make the money, before like you're sitting there, you're scheming. I remember it was like it was yesterday, bro. Like,
But those are the best moments of my life when I was just broke in my bedroom trying to do copywriting or some bullshit. And I'm just like going yard and just writing on a bit of paper for 5 hours and just not making any cash. But I'm like, yeah, I'm on the grind. Like, and I'll just go for like my third run of the day. And I'm just like, yeah, man's in work. Oh, those are the best moments, bro, honestly.
The first bit of cash, nothing beats it.
but,
Like when you get that first like transfer to your bank, and then like you see your bank actually increasing from like having nothing.
Bro.
Like nothing beats that feeling. You're like, oh, rah.
Yeah.
Book a holiday. Oh, rah.
Bro, my bank was never above 1,000. And then, yeah, like a couple of weeks into this, it was like more. I remember like when I first popped off a tiny bit when I signed the Midge, and he popped her off in the first day, just slapped the link in the bio, explore meth. And then I made £500 that day, and I was like, bro, imagine I make this every day, like 15K a month. This is mad, bro. And I just fucking go crazy.
Remember the story in Prague where you spent your last money on the Moncler jacket, and that day when like a 30K withdrawal was meant to come, the Wise account got locked off. Withdraw both accounts, model and personal, no bank account. Have to pay for like I don't know what else you had to pay for, just for food. Nothing in the bank. Like, oh fuck.
Me and Mason, would just have one tiny bowl of pasta every day, just tomato pasta with cheese, and that was it.
Jesus.
Like that was it.
Bro.
Like obviously I had spent the money on the Coke because it was cold, and also I was just like, yeah, like
And you knew
30
the
bags
money
there,
was
like,
coming in.
it's coming in. And then I woke up the next day just to an email from Wise. I was like, oh, it's actually not coming in because it takes 7 days to get delivered to your other bank that you provide. And it was Valentine's Day. I had to fucking go out, take this girl out. I had to borrow £200 from Mason to take her out. And then I got left at the table on Valentine's Day.
bro.
Yeah, and then went yard. And Mason cut as well because he had to go back to do some magic.
Yeah.
And then I was just like in the shitty apartment in Prague, just with
Oh.
no bread. I was just like, bro, like this is actually bare deep. And then I just fucking belled my mum, and I was just like, can you send me £200 so I can get a flight home?
Yeah.
And then I just got a flight yard, bro. I was like, yeah, fuck this. And I went home and I was just like, oh, I need to run it up again. Like, I need to go back to Dubai because I was just after Dubai.
Yeah.
I got back from Dubai, and on the same day I booked my flight to Prague because Luca was going there. And then, yeah, I was like, yeah, I need to figure shit out. And then we just worked. And then we went to Zagreb and Marbella and all that shit.
Yeah.
Days.
They hurt your egos, those ones, though. Those phone calls asking for money.
Bro,
Like that.
And your mum was like, oh, I thought you made it now. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'm going Prague full time, booked a month Airbnb.
Yeah.
I'm like out the nest now.
I thought I was moving.
3 weeks later, I'm belling my mum like, brocked it. After she's just seen my Instagram stories every day in steaks twice a day.
Oh.
Restaurants twice a
Double
day,
steak
every
house.
day.
Fucking
Cigars, everything. Like,
Yeah.
and she's just like,
Especially your IG, bro, because your IG is like, I mean,
Yeah.
it is for your character because you're a very mellow person at the end of the day, and your IG is always like,
yeah.
same as Lucas. No offense, Luca. You boys are both kind of like that, the mellow type. You know what I mean? If someone doesn't know you boys and they come and have a chat with you boys, fuck, it would suck. It would suck.
Yeah,
not
I'm
knowing
not
you
good with
boys.
new people.
No,
I'm just like,
Same as me.
my voice is like completely different. I'll just be quiet. Just like,
Yeah, you
yeah,
got
bro.
brick walls.
Unless I like want to chat to him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh,
I've-
yo, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I've heard Tom on
I can't-
calls and it sounds so depressing. Like, yeah, bro.
I can fake it, but like, it's just me.
Yeah, you should try this. bro.
Like when he does these group calls and stuff, he's like, "Yo, sup, G? So what we're gonna be doing?" And I'm just sitting there.
So like depressing voice.
Yeah, bro. I just want to fucking gamble, bro. Like, just want to gamble. Like,
Quick cash, sure.
I'm always just joining up like, "Yo, G, hey, Flemo. Fuck, why are you treating me like everyone else, man? What the fuck?"
yeah, nah. I just like that, bro. I've always been like that. I don't know.
Yeah, no, you always have. You always, even since day one.
I
Even
can't
since
fake it.
the day I walked up to you and I said, "Fuck, you're tall, cunt," and you're just like, "That was funny." Bro, so many funny memories that we have just from just.
Bro, we need to make
Talking
more
shit.
memories. Like this year
Oh,
onwards, we just need
100%.
to make more memories.
Bro,
I
Europe
think.
summer. We
Yeah,
got to do the Croatia Yacht Week. We at least have to do the Croatia.
Croatia and Prague this summer has to be done.
Prague this summer.
Yeah, we need to do some trips because
Oh,
last
Miss
year
those
was
gonna be
dead
happy
up.
about that.
Last 2 years, summers have just been dead. I was Spain in 2023.
Bro, fucking hate summer because it's like, oh yeah, time for you to brock it when everyone's gonna go have fun.
I don't like
It's
summer because that's when everyone goes on holiday.
No,
Like, I want to go holiday in November.
No,
like-
the bit before everyone goes holiday, like June.
Yeah.
Because everyone goes July, August, because then school and that's out.
Yeah.
The bit
Yeah.
before is learn.
Bro, it
Yeah.
has to be done. We have to have a massive send. And we need to
Where were
also
you going?
we need to do we need to do something where we just invite everyone in the industry, just be like, yo, let's just run it here just for like a few days. Because we all get bored after a few days. We always
Yeah,
do.
like 5
Yeah.
days.
Yeah.
I think just dot about in Europe, different places.
Yeah.
South of France, south of Italy, Croatia.
Croatia seaside. Need to do that. Still
Albania.
have not to do that, and I live in Croatia.
Are we going to bring the missiles?
Why did you smirk under your hand? Yeah, we'll bring the missos. Oh, fuck.
Just would be way more fun without.
Yeah, because then we'll just be mad degenerates the whole time, just getting drunk and having a laugh.
Yeah. Literally
Oh,
just fucking.
Wake up with a beer, sleep with
Yeah.
a beer.
Don't get judged
no.
for like gambling and that. Like,
Oh, yeah, exactly. Or like,
Europe's
because you got to
like-
take care of them. You know what I mean? Like, when you're at this point, it's like, you got to take care of your girl. And it's like, it's just easier when it's just like, yeah, she's chilling in back home. You know, it's like, she's sorted. She's got everything. When you bring them along, it's like, she got this, come here, do this, come on, you know?
when I came Croatia on my ones last time for your birthday, it was so good just being by myself.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Spend like 3-4 days by myself.
How much money did you spend? That's the perks of Croatia.
What, the whole trip, like
Yeah.
flights and everything.
How much?
Don't know, maybe like 1.5.
Yeah, see, chill. Just
Nothing.
chill, you
It
know what I
was-
mean?
and I was like,
surviving.
I was like on the flights.
Oh, bro, do you know what my monthly expenses are in Croatia? 1.5k.
mad.
That's my monthly expense.
That's Uber here for the month.
Yeah, that's literally Uber for the month.
That's
So
mad.
calm. I'm just like running it up, and I'm just like
That ain't rent included.
rent included. Yeah,
Fucking hell.
my rent's 850. 850.
Yeah.
2-bedroom apartment. okay, yeah, it's not Dubai and I don't have access to everyone and stuff like that. But just when I'm on my ones, just locking in, it's just like, I've got fucking Discord, I've got
I mean,
Telegram.
if you want to do that here, move to fucking Sharjah. Like, you're just not doing that, are you?
Yeah. No, it's definitely good to have places like that for like different periods, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
Lock in
for me, it
as-
was like
yeah.
in Prague, like it was just like maybe like $800 each, me and Mason, and we just logged in, super cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice. And then obviously once you just got to fucking elevate and spend some cash to get different places, moving to a new apartment this week is gonna be long.
Yeah, you need that, bruv. I walked into genuinely though. Actual tip for the viewers: you gotta have a clean household. Clean house, your
Oh.
mind. That's your mind. You've been to his crib, right? You've seen that shit, right?
Every time it's the same.
If I don't spend
Bro-
any time there,
Bro, I
Bro,
beg
no,
you,
no,
yeah.
the fun-
You look like you
Bro.
look like $1 million, and you walk into your home, and I'm like, gee,
Bro, no, listen, the funny thing, I walked in the day I cleaned it, and it's the same. The day
When?
its maid came and it's still dirty.
it's
Bro,
not dirty. It's
come
just
on,
some stuff on the
man.
kitchen
Messy,
table.
yeah,
It's just mess. It's just mess.
Just there's the shoes, there's
Yeah, yeah.
like
Because I need a shoe
boxes.
rack,
he says
and I've got like 20 pairs of shoes.
20 pairs
Yeah.
of shoes on the floor.
No, I know, it's just mess. I'm like, poor maid, bro. She probably doesn't even know what to do.
And then I go to the lounge, and then there's a makeup table right there with like all the makeup and stuff on it, and I'm just like, oh gee, how do you do this? Like you walk out of the house, you look like $1 million, you know. You've got the fancy watch, clothes. Look at you. Look at this, bro. What is that? Louis Vuitton? What is that?
Yeah.
Gucci?
Louis.
Louis Vuitton? I don't even fucking know. You know, you look like $1 million, and you walk in your house, and I'm like, gee, this ain't a
Because I
farm,
don't-
bro.
I
Come
don't
on,
really
bro.
treat it like a yard. I just treat it like a. I just
Bando.
go in my bedroom, innit? And then I just
Yeah.
sleep. That's the only time I'm really at my house.
Yeah, I know you work. You don't work much at your house. Yeah, because you
Uh,
don't have a PC set up.
It's
I
like a-
got the PC. I
I
need a
think
PC
it's lame
set up.
having like to work at home. And
You
just
boys
have
are
that.
I just
weird
don't
for
like my
lappy.
house. That's why. That's why I moved
Because of
it.
the noise, isn't it, as well?
Yeah, the first the noise, and now I'm just sick of it being in the same place for like.
But it is a
7
chop
months.
as well for like what you're paying.
Yeah.
The layout, like because of the big pillar in the middle, it just ruins. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah,
it
that
is.
is true.
If the
That's
if the
rough.
pillar was out of it, it'd be leg. It'd
Yeah,
be spacious. Like just pillar
Yeah.
just ruins it.
you got a point.
It's
Why
true.
didn't you get my crib?
Your crib?
Yeah.
What, that layout on the
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Don't know, bro.
Yeah, you should have copped that one, G.
I just didn't even view the apartment, bro. The same with Manchester.
Oh.
I just like was in Saunders. I had to move out in like 3 days. So I'm just on Property Finder trying to find something half
Oh,
decent.
you were desperate. Ah.
I was telling them to like extend my Saunders because I'd done it like 3 months in a row. And then they were just like, yeah, this one's booked up. I was like, I didn't want to move all my monitors to another room. Like, you have to move all your shit to a different apartment. It's just so lay.
Yeah.
And then you have to like take everything out the wardrobe, put it in your suitcase, and then take it out. That's the worst thing, bro.
Oh, it's so
Yeah, it
long.
So I was just like, I'm not doing that again. So I'm just gonna cut. I just literally looked at online viewing. Friend Sean sent me it. I was on.
yeah.
Okay,
What
why not?
G?
That's just me, retarded.
No, I get you because I lived out of my suitcase for a year. Like a year straight, I was out of a suitcase and lapping it down. I hated myself so
I hate it, bro.
much. So
I've done it in
much.
Spain. It's shit. Like
Ridiculous.
not knowing where you're gonna live next month. Airbnb, get chopped short term. You just move in every month. I hate it.
Digital nomad is just dead.
Oh,
Like
bro.
It is.
laptop
bro.
on the
Everyone
beach.
in Bali and
Go
Thailand.
Thailand and sit on the beach.
Everyone in Bali and Thailand is making less than $10K a month.
Bro,
And it's
but, like,
fact.
why are you boys still on the lappy though? I swear, I know you love it so much, but you guys just hard lappy it down.
I've got a monitor at the office.
Yeah, you got the monitor,
I use
but
a
it
monitor.
ain't like no PC or anything like that. That's
Because
crazy.
when I take the work from the monitor, I can work anywhere else.
yeah, you got a
Otherwise, you
point.
transfer your shit.
But I mean, there's so many things nowadays where it's just like Drive, Telegram, Discord, everything's on websites. Like, what's on your computer that can't be on the lappy besides hard drives? I can't do like my editing. I'm not gonna lie, I can't do my editing. That's like that's the one thing I need to systemize. My editing, I dread it the most because it's like a 6-hour task,
It's just so basic.
and
bro.
it's like,
You
yeah, I
can
know,
train someone. Like,
Pardon?
you can truly train someone quick.
kind of, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Bro,
technical.
yeah.
Because I'm
Yeah.
very specific with my spoofing and everything like that, what I do, especially reusing content. So it's like, I also don't want anyone to know. So it's like, teach someone. Oh, I'm not risking that. Fuck that. Everyone's getting banned. They can stay banned.
Yeah, literally, bro. Obviously, we've spoken about the stories and stuff, but to people at home that want to kind of replicate maybe what we've been able to do, whatever, how would they start in our industry? Because obviously that's all we know. So how would you start an OFM agency from scratch and scale to your first 10K profit ASAP, Luca?
So just how we started with first investing in our Instagram, having an Instagram that isn't an anon Instagram, you don't look like an idiot. You look like you run a business or you have something, whether it's taking a picture in a hotel lobby, going to a nice place, getting a coffee, whatever it is, invest in your Instagram. Then hammer outreach. You need to sign a client ASAP. All of us got from 0 to 1 because we put in the hours and the reps. So you need to hammer outreach. In terms of outreach, think of how you can approach it different. Don't just do what everyone else is doing. Approach it different. Step 3 is obviously you now got a lead, get the model on the phone, move her to WhatsApp as quick as you can, few back and forths on Instagram, get her on the phone, explain what you can offer, explain how you can do it different, have confidence in what you're saying. Don't just, even though it's your first client, act as if you've scaled multiple models in the past, done it already before, signed her. Now, what do you actually do? Now all your promises, you're now forced to deliver it. If you set yourself up so that you have to deliver, now it's about what do you actually do? So first step, I would say, get started with Instagram and Reddit. Focus on just 1 or 2 traffic sources max. Everyone loves to try to do 10 things at once. No, focus on 1 or 2. I'd even say just 1, Instagram or Reddit. Focus on one of those platforms, master that platform, master generating traffic on that platform. Now you've got fans into the account. Second thing is sales. Sales in OFM is as easy as taking candy from a baby. You could easily learn that within a day. And upsell, making sure obviously you're upselling the content, getting the highest price for the more explicit content. And then bang, literally that's what I done to get to 30K a month. So you done to get to whatever amount you got to in your first month. It's literally step by step, simple as that.
If you're going to necessarily scale a model and you've got your traffic method pattern down, let's just say Instagram, for instance. I know you're really good at Instagram. What's your process on scaling?
I would say two things where people really don't go deep on is just quality and consistency. When I say consistency, I don't just mean posting every day at the same time. That's just like super basic
Everyone does that.
advice. But it's actually being consistent enough, not giving up after like 2 weeks. Most of the times when people message me and say, oh, yo, I'm struggling on IG, they're 1 week into growing the account. They're posting average content with an iPhone 12 with shit angles. And there's just nothing engaging about the video. You have to really be like hyper obsessed with the quality of the content and going deep in, because at the end of the day, that's why someone's going to share your content, which is why the way IG pushes it nowadays is by shares, not by likes, comments, shares. So why is someone actually going to share that video to their friend? Is there a CTA in there? What's the hook like? Why is someone going to rewatch it? How does it end? Where's the bright, every box has to be ticked, just like super hyper analyzing the content. And then you do that over a long enough time, even without warm up, even without growth, even if you're on the deadest way of posting on a proxy, even if you have a phone to post on, you'll still go viral. At the end of the day, people like entertainment. And if you post something entertaining, you're going to get shared, you're going to get views, you're going to go viral. Whereas if you doesn't matter if you use the best Wi-Fi with the SIM method, with the best iPhone 15, if the model's just posting dead content and you're not even telling her what to do and going deep and getting like 5, 6, 7 retakes on each video, then you got no chance. So be consistent, get it right, get it nailed down, and then just 1-2 months in, don't even expect anything for your first 60 posts and you'll be surprised.
And then what do you do? Like, I know it's quite vague necessarily to say, you need to improve your content, but like, what are some things that you can really do to improve content?
I would say the hook is the main thing, because people's attention span is so low nowadays. Obviously, if you're watching this podcast, your attention span isn't low because this is at the end. Having the first 1 to 2 seconds, you need to give people a reason to stop scrolling, because they're scrolling, they're probably 10 minutes deep, flicking that finger, going down that explore page. Like, why are they actually going to stop? Is it because the model looks good? Is it because there's something entertaining? Is there something in the background which is kind of throwing them off? Is the quality of the content good? Like, everything is there text on the screen? it's just something has to be appealing. And if you can put all of them together, as well as follow through the video nicely and give people a reason to rewatch it or comment or share, then that's when you start making cash.
Why as well do you think so many people are obsessed with like the Wi-Fi, the proxy, all these little
Because they're lazy. Like, that's the easy bit. That's the easy bit. Like, that's where you just read some SOPs and boom, you're done. Like, that doesn't mean you make money because you invested into a program and you read a couple bits of info. Like, you actually have to dive deep onto the content, and that's what no one really does.
And they're trying to look for something else to blame.
Yeah. They just don't do it. Like, you kind of have to have a unique eye for content as well. Some people just can't see why a video would go viral, whereas like us guys could look at it. You could look at Reddit and be like, that's why it went viral.
Oh, 100%.
Like, you're just so hyper focused on like the content, the quality, what color is this, like how is it being spoofed, like everything has to be on point. Whereas someone just was like, oh, okay, Reddit, you just join a subreddit, you post, you change the metadata somehow, they're going to get banned. That's why everyone's getting banned. So you just need to really go above and beyond and do everything that no one's doing. But the thing is, you don't know what you don't know. So that's why it's important to kind of join a community or get some info from someone. Like we said, you can just be friends with people being in the right places, and then they'll get their opinion on your content. And then from there, you can kind of just go and grow. Like, I wouldn't know what to do now if no one ever criticized my content. That's why you have to be open-minded.
Definitely. It's even just like Luca. I gave Luca some game, a month ago? And what's that doing for you?
Doing extremely well.
Very well, as I've seen the pending, you know?
Yeah. It's just about like, the thing is as well with information, bro, I've told people, or I've got information from so many people about what they do. And if you don't know how to actually implement it, test it, have a system for it, like really test it fully. Like Tom said, people will post on Reels for 2 weeks and then come to you, complain, Reels is dead, what's next? Like, everyone just wants this external thing when they're just coping. Like, all the whole reason why they're not getting success with anything they're touching is their own fault. And no one wants to put the blame on themselves, they want to blame others. And that's the game. Like, if you know what to do and you know how to approach a problem, you can solve anything, specifically in business.
I don't think information is that deep in this industry as well. I think it's more just like a coping mechanism that people are doing. Like, there's only so far that you can dig. It's not as hard as you think it is. It's your systems. It's your, like, it's how consistent you are. It's your model. It's these things. Like, it's not as deep as you think. Like, even me, whose main traffic source is Reddit, how far I've dug into everything, it's not that deep. Like, there's little things that are just like, it's just little pieces of information put together, and then that's all it is. At the end of the day, social media is looking for users, normal users, and that's who they're going to push. So when you're constantly getting banned or suspended or shadow banned, then you're doing something a normal user wouldn't be doing. And I think that is the most key thing of people, just to have a look and go, okay, this is working or this isn't working, and why, and then figuring it out from there. Because sometimes, I mean, we've seen so many people come in this industry and quit, and it's always like, why? It's one of the most like profitable businesses there is, and it's simply just because they don't have the necessary skills to, one, find information themselves, figure it out, two, have friends that can give them that information, or three, they don't believe in buying the information. We all started with buying information because we were young. We don't know how to figure things out ourselves. You can, like, don't be disheartened to like not go and do that, but it's just easier for us to pay someone, get that information. Cool. You know, I've paid 3 people, but that third person then generated me, 10 times more than what I paid for those first 3 people. That was my experience with it. And then I and then I figure things out through that information. And that information teaches me to learn even more. I think that's the main thing. I think when I purchased information, it was like, imagine if I never purchased that information, I had to go and figure that out myself. How long that would have taken me to like, okay, well, I just jumped 10 steps and now I'm learning the 11th step. Imagine having to learn step 1, step 2, step 3, and then make your way all the way up to the 11th step. It's too long.
You
Way
lose
too
money,
long.
lose money along the way with like things that you would have failed on or leaked cash on, and as well as that, your time, which is the
100%.
most valuable. Waste a couple months just to save £1,000. That makes no sense.
Retarded.
Yeah. 100%.
Easy. Well, guys, this has been the podcast. Bit of a shit show. Just been chatting shit
Call
with the
it
boys,
shit-
really.
Shit show with the boys.
No,
Might have to just call it that.
Shit talk.
But like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do, and see you on the next one.